Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Knowledge without practice is useless. Practice without knowledge is dangerous by 3 methods. We may learn wisdom first by reflection, which is noblest, second by imitation, which is easiest, and third by experience, which is the bitterest. A great man is hard on himself. A small man is hard on others. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. No matter how busy you may think you are, you must find time for reading or surrender yourself to self-chosen ignorance. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig to grace. The funniest people are the saddest ones. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. You might have all the information right there in your hands, but without the ability to put it into practice, it can lead you astray. The hardest thing of all is to find a black cat in a dark room, especially if there is no cat. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. He who learns but does not think is lost. He who thinks but does not learn is in great danger. Wherever you go, go with all your heart. Do not worry if others do not understand you. Instead, worry if you do not understand others. That's what it's like having practice without knowledge. It's like driving with your eyes wide open, but without a destination in mind. So how do we bridge this gap between knowledge and practice? How do we transform what we know into wisdom? It boils down to 3 key methods: reflection, imitation, and experience. Reflection is like your internal compass, helping you understand and interpret the knowledge you possess. Imitation, on the other hand, is like following in the footsteps of those who've traveled the path before you. They've read the map, they've navigated the city, and they can guide you on your journey. And finally, there's experience, the tough but invaluable teacher. It's through experience that we truly learn to read our map, to navigate our city. It's through experience that knowledge and practice come together to form wisdom. So, remember to not just gather knowledge, but also put it into action. Reflect on what you've learned, imitate those who inspire you, and embrace every experience that comes your way. Because knowledge without practice might be useless, and practice without knowledge may be dangerous. But together, they can unlock a world of wisdom. Ever pondered the difference between a great person and a not-so-great one? It's quite simple, really. A great person tends to be tough on themselves, always seeking to grow, to improve, to become a better version of who they were yesterday. This is not about self-flagellation or unnecessary harshness, but about holding oneself to high standards, about striving for excellence while acknowledging human fallibility. On the flip side, a not-so-great person often finds it easier to be hard on others, to point out their flaws rather than face their own. It's a defensive mechanism, a way to deflect from their own shortcomings. Now imagine if we visualize this scenario as a choice between building and tearing down. The former is constructive, it's about personal growth and development. The latter, however, is destructive. It's about pulling others down to feel better about oneself. So let's choose building over tearing down, shall we? Opening. What's your definition of beauty? Have you ever paused to consider that beauty is not merely skin deep? Beauty, in its truest form, transcends the superficial. It exists beyond what meets the eye, in the most unexpected places. It's akin to unearthing hidden treasure, a rewarding discovery that only comes to those who seek. Consider the beauty in the melody of a songbird at dawn, or the quiet resilience of a tree weathering a storm. How about the beauty in a heartfelt smile or a random act of kindness? It's these small, often unnoticed details that hold a profound beauty. Beauty is not just about aesthetics. It's about feeling, understanding, and appreciating. It's about recognizing the extraordinary in the ordinary. It's about seeing the world through a lens of gratitude and wonder. Closing. Remember, beauty is everywhere. You just need the right mindset to appreciate it. Opening. How do you feel about change? Change is as certain as the sun rising in the east. It's the one constant that threads through the fabric of our lives, always pushing us forward, always nudging us to evolve. But here's the thing about change. It can be daunting, sometimes even downright scary. Yet the wisest among us understand that change isn't something to fear or resist. Rather, it's a powerful force to be embraced. Think of change as a friend who shows up unannounced at your doorstep, bringing along a backpack full of thrilling adventures. Every change, whether it feels like a gentle breeze or a roaring hurricane, carries opportunities for growth, for learning, for transformation. So, instead of running from change, let's choose to dance with it. Let's invite it in, learn from it, and use it as a stepping stone to become the best versions of ourselves. Closing. So, let's welcome change with open arms, ready for the adventures it brings. Opening. How often do you ask questions? Dive right into this curious thought. Are you someone who asks, or do you keep your questions to yourself? The truth is, questions are the keys that unlock the doors to knowledge and understanding. They are the tools that help us dig beneath the surface to uncover the layers of wisdom hidden beneath. Picture this. You're in a dark room, and the only thing you have is a flashlight. The light beam from this flashlight is your question, and as you shine it around, it illuminates the unknown, making the unfamiliar familiar. This is the power of asking questions. It's like having a flashlight in a dark room. Now, let's reflect on the importance of questions in our lives. From the moment we wake up to the second we fall asleep, we are surrounded by the miraculous world of knowledge waiting to be discovered. And how do we tap into this world? You got it, by asking questions. Sure, we all love answers, but it's the questions that truly matter. Questions provoke thought, inspire curiosity, and instigate change. They guide us on our journey of discovery and growth, acting as our compass in the vast ocean of knowledge. Consider the phrase, knowledge is power. It's a saying we've all heard, but have you ever stopped to think about its true meaning? Knowledge isn't just about knowing facts or understanding concepts. It's about using that understanding to navigate our world, make informed decisions, and ultimately, lead a happier, more fulfilled life. As we journey through life, let's remember to keep asking, keep seeking, and keep knocking. Every question asked is a step taken on the path to wisdom. Every query pondered is a brick laid on the foundation of understanding. And every doubt cleared is a light shone on the road to enlightenment. So, to wrap up, remember the key points we've discussed today. The importance of practice in gaining knowledge, being tough on yourself rather than on others, finding beauty in everything, embracing change, and of course, the power of questions. Closing. So let's keep asking, keep learning, and keep growing, because knowledge is power.